How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking down the Clone Gogeta event. In this event, we're going to explain to you everything you need in order to complete all of the missions and take down this event. There's a couple tricks to the event here that aren't necessarily laid out. Basically, for the Clone Vegeta event, there are multiple forms of Gogeta here, and as you can see, there are 5 of them, and what you're looking for is anything that is different about any one of them. So you can see here, right, we're checking the stats of each of these. So you can see that you know, the first two the first and the second one we looked at have multiple right, only have 3 abilities, right? Whereas this one has 1 ability, whereas he cannot be sealed. So the rest of them can. So that's what we're looking for. So we found our difference. We found our true Gogeta. So this is the one we're going to want to attack here. So we're going to attack him with the STR Blues. We are running a rainbow team because that is the mission. And we are going to attack the Gogeta here. Unfortunately, this is not the only type of scenario you can run into. There are multiple variations of this scenario. For example, you can load into a scenario here where you have 4 Tech SSR Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas and 1 Int SSR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. The Int SSR Gogeta is the correct one in that case. You can have another situation where you have multiple Int Gogetas, and one of them is actually STR. The one that is STR is the correct one. You can have another situation where the differences are so subtle, like the one that we have here, but for example, the text for each of them is aligned to the right instead of the left, right? And so the one that's opposite that is the correct one. So it's subtle differences that you may not notice, and the game doesn't explain it to you. So hopefully, you know, this does help you out, this explanation. Now, what I will say is just because you figured out the correct one does not mean you've got the answer, right? It does not mean you've got victory in your hands. As you can see here, we're barely damaging Gogeta here. That is because Gogeta has 1.2 billion HP and raises his attack every time he gets hit. So this is why we chose the STR Blues Fused Fighters team, because, right, we can put, you know, things like Gogeta or the Blues in front and be able to, for the most part, tank for us and protect us in slot 1 here. Because you're going to notice here, right, once into the next rotation, we could potentially take a lot of damage, right? Like, for example, if AGL Gogeta here, who we're going to float off, if he takes this super, we're dead. It is plain and simple. We're dead. Now, you want to make sure you are not attacking the clones at any point during this fight. If you attack the clones, what will happen is on the next turn, you'll be loaded up with like 15 attacks on each slot, which means you are all but guaranteed a death by the end. Now, lucky us, we were able to place Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in front, so he doesn't have to lose anything. I was expecting a super here, but unfortunately he did. Oh, there it is. Okay, and we dodged. We didn't counter. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping we would counter there, but okay, we dodged instead. Okay, well, now we're going to use AGL Gogeta here to try to put in as much damage as we can. So the basic strategy is, once you figure out who the real Gogeta is, just keep laying into him until you can start popping active skills. Don't try to stall the fight. Don't try to stall the fight. As soon as you get the ability to start using active skills, use them. The enemy does not stop raising attack, no matter how many times you hit him. So the longer this fight goes on, the harder it gets to live. Alright, so you want to make sure that no matter what you're doing, you are attacking, you are preparing yourself for a active skills starting on turn 4. Because for the most part, this whole team, almost all of their attacks, almost all of their active skills can be activated by turn 4. So hopefully this works out for us. Alrighty, excellent. So, alright, end of turn 2 here. We've done about a little under a quarter of his health. So you can see, like, he's tanky, right? 1.2 billion HP is a lot. That's blue Goku level. And this dude hits like a truck if his super lands, right? This is not... I mean, it's easy, but it's not, right? It's easy, but it's not. Alright, so we're going to pop the blues in front, obviously. So the blues are very good for this because they give you a relatively safe slot 1. Not a perfect slot 1, but a relatively safe one. Let's grab that, and then now, okay, 4 key spheres, that's not bad. Okay, so, I mean, they give you a relatively safe slot 1, right? Yeah, because we have that 80% chance to dodge. Now, had that landed, we would have died, but lucky us, we did manage to take him down. Excellent. Okay, we get another super here. Alrighty. I don't like it. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we should be good. Since we dodged the super, the 4s on their first turn here should tank relatively well, despite... the 4 should tank relatively well since it is their first turn, right? They have that extra guard. And damage reduction, so we should be able to do. So we got about a quarter of the health down here, so this is real nice. So it's literally just survive the next turn. That's all we gotta do. We just gotta survive the next turn, and then we can start laying in with the active skills. Excellent. And yes, we do tank the normals. Perfect. Alright, we get a nice little dodge there. 3 dodge. Love it. Alrighty. So we can activate one of the active skills here. We're not gonna. I think we're gonna hold off for a second, right? See, try to stall till, not stall, but right, wait until we get the LR4s here with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because if we get the LR4s on, his active skill will be much stronger. There we go. Okay, well, he's super slot 1 again. The blues do dodge it, though, which is nice, right? Yeah, so their Fused Fighters team, very easy to make a rainbow team here to do this. The problem with using Gogeta's team for the rainbow team is the problem with using the Gogeta rainbow team is that there's no good tech type, right? So Gogeta's team doesn't really work for this because by the time you hit turn 3, the tech types that are on GT heroes are dying to normals. So, you know, is what it is. Alrighty. Excellent. Okay. So let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, I think we're good. Right, we should still be able to survive the normals here. Although I mean, Goku does give defense to Gogeta here through his super attack effect. But we might. Okay, we're good on the normals. Alright. Just hopefully Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Alright, this will be 2 massive raises for him. Or 2 turns of massive raises for him on his defense. He ought to be able to tank the normals here. Excellent. Alright, one more. Perfect. Alright, so we do tank these normals. So, I mean, you can see, like, that could have been potentially dangerous, right? If there was a super here at the end, and we don't counter it with our Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, so now we got the active skill turns that we want. We can transform each of the characters here. So let's pop the gods, turn into Super Saiyan Blue. Oh, wow, we turned all the wrong key spheres. Double rainbow orb changing, right? Alright, so let's pop Gogeta. We're gonna pop his active here. I think so Super is in slot 1, but I think with the rainbow orbs, Gogeta, AGL Gogeta should be able to tank here, especially if we grab enough rainbow orbs. He's not going to do that much damage because he rotated off once. There we go. Alright, and so we're in the third slot here, linked with the blues. We're going to pop Vegeta's active skill. I don't know, I feel like almost every time I've used these guys, Vegeta's active does way more than Vegito's. I know a lot of people say Vegito's does more, but it feels like in the third slot, Vegeta's does more. Maybe I'm crazy, but there we go. Alright, ooh, 10 with the gods. That's nice. Okay, so we're going to do this because I want to maintain Vegeta in the third slot for the big damage. And we probably won't kill this turn, but we'll get pretty darn close. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure with the... Oh, wow, that did 100k. I mean, we live, and that's all that matters. Okay, so 40 million here with the AGL Gogeta. Okay. Ooh, what happened there? Alright. Little glitch. Okay, we're getting real close here. Alright, I mean, we got a pretty good amount of damage. I think between the gods and Vegeta, we might get real close. We might get real close. Excellent. Alright, and now... Alright, 54 million on the guns. That's not too bad for 2 turns of stacking. That's really not that bad. Especially with the AGL Gogeta support. Alright, nice. And we get the additional super. Yeah, okay, so with their effective against all types, and... or did they get effective? I know Gogeta gets effective. I think they do too. I mean, not that it matters. We're getting critical hits. And then, there we go. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage here. Excellent. We get another one? Oh, no, that's the normal. Okay. Well, now it's STR Vegeta's turn. Look at that, 100 mil on turn 5. Like, that's crazy. I love this character so much. There we go, 80 mil. We get additional super for 69. Funny number. Like, 74 mil. I love how much that attack stat jumps on his 12 key. Look at that. Beautiful. We get another one? Oh, look at that. 79. Is this good? This might actually kill. Vegeta's so strong. I love the Vegeta side of this card so much. Oh, dang. Okay, okay. That's fine. Okay, so he lived, but it looks like Vegeta can take the normals here, which is perfect. And here we go. Alright, so we just need to pop an active here. Or 2. I don't know. It's hard to tell with the HP bar being so small here. So let's just go ahead. Let's pop the Vegeta here. And let's start with his active skill. Oh. Well, I think that killed him. Alright. Okay, so there you have it, folks. There is the See Through It All Gogeta Clones, Attack of the Clones event. Again, there are a couple missions with this, right? Clear it with no item, clear it with a rainbow team, and make sure that you are attacking the correct Gogeta. So hopefully this guide helped you. As I said, there are multiple different scenarios you can load into for this fight, right? Number 1 being the scenario you saw here, where one of them had the ability to be sealed or to not be sealed, but the rest could. Another is where you have the same setup, but one of them can seal you, and another is where the text is all aligned in different areas, and you're looking for the one whose is aligned to the right versus the rest who are aligned to the left. Another example, again, as I said, is where they can load in with all of the tech SSR Gogetas, and then one of them is the int SSR Gogeta, right? Or one loads in as an STR type while the rest are int types. It's basically look for what's different. You have to read, you have to pay attention to the different characters that load in. The game does not explicitly tell you what the scenarios are, so you have to look for them. There might not even be scenarios here that I am accounting for, so the general rule is look for what's different. Analyze each character, check the enemy skills, figure out what's different, and then attack. If you attack the wrong one, it is almost certain death. If you attack the right one, you stack the odds in your favor, but it's still not guaranteed. You need to make sure that you are paying attention to super attack placements and stacking the odds in your favor. So, guys, that's it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what team did you use to clear the mission, and what was the scenario you loaded into, right? Was it tricky? Did you figure it out right away? Let us know in the comments down below, and let us know if you found this guide helpful, all right? If otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and aloha.